If China does not want NATO being involved in Asia, they should prevent North Korea from being engaged on European soil. That is a quote from French President Emmanuel Macron at the Shangri-La Dialogue, which took place in Singapore recently. Macron tied the Ukraine war to global security, warning that China's failure to curb North Korea's troop deployments could pull NATO deeper into the Indo-Pacific. Now, this marks a pretty big shift for Macron, who once resisted NATO's involvement in Asia to avoid US-China rivalries. Now he is arguing that North Korea's actions in Europe demand a response, potentially reshaping security dynamics in Asia. Why the change of heart? Well, countries like France and the United Kingdom are starting to step up on the global stage as the United States retreats under Donald Trump. North Korea's confirmed deployment of troops to Russia's Kursk region under a June 2024 defense pact angered much of Europe. Macron highlighted the risk of nuclear proliferation, noting North Korea's growing arsenal alongside Russia's support. China, as North Korea's main economic partner, faces pressure to act, but its backing of Russia through trade and opposition to sanctions has frustrated the West as well. Macron also made veiled threats towards China about the implications of the struggles Russia is facing in Ukraine versus the struggles China could potentially face regarding Taiwan. Macron implored China to join the Western coalition of independent nations to counter Russia because most of China's major trading partners fall in the West, including their top trading partner, which is the United States. He also hinted at the fact that the West is growing impatient with Chinese support of Russia, and it could impact China economically in the future. In addition, France has already stepped up its military presence in the Indo-Pacific, with its aircraft carrier conducting drills with the Philippines because, like most countries, they also have a vested interest in keeping sea lanes in and around Taiwan open. Interestingly, in a step in the opposite direction from what has been the traditional push for multinationalism in the Indo-Pacific from the US, under Trump, we are now questioning the European military role in Asia, preferring NATO's focus to remain on Europe. Trump seems to be ignoring the fact that the more countries that join in on pressuring China, the better the outcome will likely be. But obviously, this is predicated on if Trump actually is wanting China to pressure Russia. Macron's broader goal here, though, is to link European and Asian security, arguing correctly that a Russian victory in Ukraine could weaken the global order, affecting nations far beyond Europe. He's urged Asian allies like South Korea and Japan, which have aided Ukraine in the past, to see the conflict as a shared concern. And in fact, Japan has disputed territory with Russia. As France prepares to unveil a new Indo-Pacific strategy, Macron's warnings here, whether overt or veiled, puts China on notice. Control North Korea or face a more assertive Europe, even if the United States attempts to blunt NATO's impact in the region. Once again, France seems to be poised to take a deeper geopolitical role across the globe as the United States becomes more isolationist.